D&D is good for you.
Uh-huh.
It's true.
Pathfinder, however.
Hello and welcome to Queen's Blades, a Tales in the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Mia, what happened last time?
Hello. We made plans. Zaro laid out for us 3 things that needed to be taken care of. We need to investigate what was going on with the pyromancer. We need to get assistance from other blades who are not in the area. We need to figure out how we can bring them here with closed docks. And then the Blood Regent has a trusted friend, Sorella Valen, who we need to talk to and ask her if she's got any inside tips. And we each started on our path. Taliesin's talking to Sorella. Trifton is going to get the blades, and Murray is checking out the pyromancer fight place.
Indeed so. And so we're going to shift over to Taliesin.
Hello.
So you head off towards the north into an upper class part. The ground rises pretty steadily towards the north of the island, and you are heading up into a swankier neighborhood. In spite of this, the neighborhood is not less locked down as you might expect it to be. There are still patrols. Doors are all closed, though you can see lights inside, and you can perhaps hear more hubbub and even ongoing merriment inside some of the larger houses. Following the directions that Zaro gave you, you are able to reach the neighborhood that you were directed to, and can see a comparatively modest but still fine house down at the end of the street. The house has a small courtyard with an arched entryway that you could bring a carriage in through. And standing at either side of that entryway, you can see a couple members of the Silver Shields who are keeping watch of anyone who might approach.
And they are, you said, out front of the house?
Yeah, they're standing out front of the gate into the house's courtyard.
Okay. I would like to know if I see any patrols around the wall of the courtyard, or if they are just standing guard.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
19.
You can tell that there are some, at least a few Silver Shields inside the courtyard. They don't seem to be on patrol, but there is a squad of Silver Shields stationed out front of this house. What's interesting is with that excellent check, what was that? I'm sorry, that was a 24?
No, it was a 19.
A 19.
It was a 19.
Right. With that check, you can also, just what's interesting is there are not guards outside of every house. There are, patrols going up and down the streets, but there are not Silver Shields at every house. There are Silver Shields at some other houses, but there are not Silver Shields at every house.
I can't tell here. Is this a cluster of houses in the top? Would I be able to go from rooftop to rooftop, or is this large open courtyard area around one house?
This is basically a nicer neighborhood. The houses are not as close together, so it would be difficult, but not necessarily impossible.
Speaking my language there, love. Okay. Not how I expected you to have this laid out. I am going to... Oof. Oh, I want to be so gutsy on this.
Do it.
I would like to approach the knights,
Okay.
and it will be with a very specific type of urgent nonchalance. There is a task to be done. I am in the right. This is me carrying a clipboard. Is the mentality here?
All right. So you are striding up.
Do they engage me on the way up?
Yeah. As you start to approach, one of the silver shields who's standing out front steps. They both kind of step into the path, into the entryway, and one of them takes a few steps forward and says, "What are you doing out here? The city is on lockdown."
Yes, it is, and it appears as though you are doing a fine job of ensuring that. How long since your last relief in this post?
What's that to you?
When was your last rotate? I'm going to make sure we start this correctly. I am here to ask questions. I would like to know how long since you have been relieved on this post. It is of the utmost importance that only the most aware of guards be posted out front here. How long since your relief, and have they been notified of the next shift?
Okay. Give me a deception, or I would also take intimidation. This is sort of a weird bureaucratic intimidation over the person. I think one of those though.
We're spending our luck. Oof. That's only going to get me to a 12.
Okay. All right. So that's not successful.
Oh, no.
The guard looks you up and down, and says, "We are here under direct orders from the Council of Cardinals, and it is the directive of the Council of Cardinals that no one be on the street. So, once again, what is your business here?"
Ensuring that the guard is being maintained with the utmost of integrity. I appreciate your diligence in this matter. The Council of Cardinals would in fact answer to High Cardinal Crozin, if I am not mistaken.
And who do you think you answer to?
I do believe I just spoke his name to you. Are you certain of the security of Sorella Valen within this residence?
She's not going anywhere.
Are you certain of her security? How many have we posted on the inside, or are we strictly on the out here?
We were told to take up watch in the courtyard.
Taking up what? And that directive came from who now? Never mind. The problem you will see is, as the attacks went on today, they were not from without. Clearly, they were from within. You believe security is going to be provided strictly from watching the outside and not securing the inn. I can appreciate that you are following orders, but incompetence does not know a rank. I have no interest in spending any longer here than I absolutely must. I will pass. I will check on Sorella's security, and I will ensure that word of your commitment to your post is passed on with commendation.
Okay. This is definitely deception.
I would agree.
So let me have another deception check. This one, yeah. He is suspicious of you, but you are, you're doing the usual bamboozle.
I have been so good on these rolls, man. It's an 11.
That's an 11. So, a problem develops.
I would imagine so.
You hear footsteps coming up the street behind you, and a voice says, well. Queen's Blade out and about. And here I was given to understand you had all been given very strict orders. So what could this be about? You recognize the voice. When you turn, what you see is a thin man dressed in mostly black leather, trimmed in the blue that is associated with Thrain, in Thrainish blue. He has his hand rests on the hilt of a rapier at his side. He's wearing the classic musketeer hat with a long blue-black plume and a shoulder cape swaying from his shoulder. And you recognize this person. Excuse me. Sorry. You recognize this person as André Escaliendro.
Whoa.
Henry Scoundrel? That's what I'm talking about. That's what good old Henry Scoundrel.
Hate you.
Well, I love your creation, so don't know what to tell you.
And he looks at you and says, Taliesin.
You are as marvelous as ever, love. This whole... We shall later. I need to know who's dressing you these days. I would like to take issue with some of your word choice, though. We were given specific instructions, and I considered them to be very strong suggestions, but as you know, orders can only come from those that you serve.
Orders can only come from those with authority.
An authority can only stand as recognized.
Yes. And I suppose one can seek it in figureheads if one is incapable of finding a proper patron. But then I suppose a man without a country has to take what he can get.
I do so love a spa, and your riposte has always been most excellent. In this moment, I find myself not bored by far, however, urgently pulled in another direction, my love.
I think it's probably best you consider yourself under arrest.
Smashing suggestion. I will consider that. I do, however, need to fulfill my self-appointed duty. And I think you will appreciate that a man with no country finding the idea of loyalty is rather novel.
So, resisting arrest then?
No, darling, by no means. Asking to delay is all. I've no problem with the idea of you in shackles and, However, I do have but one conversation that is urgent for me to have. I owe a bit of security to my lady, and as you know, us all believing that we are serving those who were under attack today. I'm needing to ensure that those closest to her are of the same safety, and as my lady has well been secured at the suggestion of those who you deem worthy of service, I would like the opportunity to ensure that I can return to her with at least a bit of security.
So, twice in one day, your idea of securing your charge is to abandon her in the midst of crisis and leave her open to any number of things.
Oh, my darling, I was under the impression that you were believing you were the only form of security earlier this afternoon. Is she not in hands worthy of being left right now?
Andre shifts his thumb and it just pushes his rapier a couple of inches out of the scabbard.
Now, that's not very sporting of you, is it?
You've always talked too much.
This is absolutely true. Give me something else to do?
Fair enough. And he draws.
Okay.
Let's go. This is amazing.
I would like, if we are not in initiative order as of yet, I would like to say that I readied one of my dashing maneuvers. What are these guards armed with?
They're armed with they've got long swords on their belts.
Gross. How crude. Shields, no shields.
These ones these do not have, they are not carrying shields. They're in simple armor, long swords on their belts, cloaks. They're standard knightly attire.
Okay. Then that's not the way I want to go. I am getting disconnect messages. I don't know if those are popping for you.
I got one and it said we were reconnected.
Okay, so just making sure that I'm good on my end.
I've gotten 3.
Additionally, take a luck point for the shackles comment. That was hysterical. And also for the second failed deception check.
Oh, I did. I failed both of them, didn't I?
Yeah.
Do I get one for each of those?
Yeah.
Oh, gross. I hate how much luck I have right now, y'all. Okay.
So I bring that up to say, if you would like me to have meant to say something different about the equipment of these knights, I could have.
No, I mean it was just worth knowing. I would like to move towards a particular type of action, and none of those will really fit with me. So, I would like. Okay, how many luck points do I have to give you to be able to make a strike? Prior to order, the moment he goes to raise, I have an action in mind, and the intention is to be able to leave afterwards. I'd like to run.
Okay. You can just give me one luck point to.
Perfect.
To get the drop on him.
I'm going to give you a luck point, and I am going to use my specialty of practiced precision and the crossbow bolt that I flung down with me on the rope. I would like to underhand throw into his leg. I have no accuracy disadvantage from close range throwing. To try to get that into his thigh prior to him drawing his sword.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, make that attack. So essentially, you're trying to throw a pinning shot.
Yes. So now I need you to tell me what you want me to roll, because that would only go under the crossbow, but I don't know what weapon you want me to use that
I'll take it under the crossbow. That's fine.
That's a 16.
I believe that is going to hit. Yes, that will hit.
Then I would like that to pin, and I would like to run, not back down the alley, towards the houses on the side, and try dashing and darting to get myself disengaged and out of sight.
Awesome. So you threw a crossbow bolt straight at his leg. He shifts just enough that it jams into the meat of his like calf muscle as he sees the movement, and he just starts, get him, and you're running.
I'll help you dress it later, love. And takes off running to try to hide.
Awesome. Give me a check, athletics or stealth or something.
Okay. Oh my god. We're losing time here, y'all. That's a 6.
6. Okay. You lead them on a bit of a merry chase before you finally manage to lose the pursuit. We do need
Unfortunately,
to take,
Taliesin wouldn't try to stop that from happening. There would be some toying with them. Catch up now.
And we do need to move the D10 down to a 7. So eventually you lose pursuit.
Well, that didn't go so well. So,
It didn't. While you think about what to do next, we'll cut back to Murray.
Preach.
So what we see is a patrol come out of the gate and pass through the space. These are silver shields, and they move on down the street. And as the doors swing close, we see Murray like pressed against a wall just behind where one of the big doors of the Citadel opened to, watching them pass on.
But they don't see me.
They have not seen you.
Awesome.
Because you are unseeable in dim light.
Super big fan of that.
Mm-hmm. It's a good talent.
Excellent.
Tales of the Valiant talents are wild.
Seriously.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
As soon as they are out of sight, turn a corner, I would like to continue my investigation.
All right. Give me another investigation.
Well, I definitely got out my physical D20 because I was going to do that. I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1 for a total of 6.
Mm-hmm.
There's
So you wait for them to go around the corner, and then as you are starting to slip back, you see one of their officers come back down the street and pull aside one of the guards, and you can tell someone is getting a dressing down, and he immediately, as soon as he walks off again, the guards reorient themselves to a much more effective position around the crime scene, and the approach that you had worked out is no longer viable. As you watch, and we do with a natural, we do need to move the D10 down to a 6.
Oh my goodness. We're not. I'm not making any progress on this.
And we're all late.
So those guards are now a problem that is going to have to be dealt with before you will have the opportunity to investigate.
In the sense of fighting is not my only option, right? Like I can attempt to creatively. Okay.
Sure.
And they
Would you
are
like a crossbow
between.
bolt?
I have lots of arrows, but thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. They are between me and what I'm attempting to investigate.
Yes.
Okay. Is there, other than walking on the ground, is there another way to it? Does that make sense? I'm trying to figure out like accessibility.
Not really.
Okay.
There are buildings around the little plaza where you had the fight, but there's nothing like leaning over the space where you had the fight.
Okay. And how many-ish guards are there?
There are 4 guards.
4 guards, and I'm how far away from that area?
What are you trying to be in range of?
I want to. Okay, this might be a terrible idea, but that's where we are now. I want to distract them. So I would like to cast Entangle. Just throw up some big scary vines emerging out of something over there.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And then when they
So you want to basically you want to target this somewhere where they can see to draw them over there to see what in the world's going on.
Yes.
Am I reading that right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I want to distract. Yes, I want them to be able to see it so that they're going to go check it out so I can run past them.
Awesome. Okay. So what's your spell save DC as a ranger? I'm going to give them an insight check, and I'm going to use that as the target number.
14.
Okay.
I think it's a strength 14. Well, strength 14 is for them to get
right,
out.
but that would be the 14 would be your
Oh,
DC
yes.
for your spells. Yeah. Okay. All right. These guys are not standing in that direction. That is a 13. So this thing starts to just emerge out of the ground over in an alley somewhere, and one of the guards goes, "What in the flame is that?" And the others look. Do you think there could be like residual magic? You go catch up to that patrol. The rest of you, come on. And 3 of them head over towards the entanglement. The other one runs off generally in the direction that the patrol went. But they do briefly remove themselves from the immediate vicinity of the crime scene.
I would like to sprint and hide.
Okay, cool. So you race into the crime scene. So you're just gonna rush in and try to finally get a look at the place.
Yes.
Cool. Give me that investigation check again.
but I'm not going to do it on the computer.
Here we go.
The whole VTT is in dice jail. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Do recall that you have received now 2
It's a 7?
luck points from those 2 failed checks.
Yeah, but it's a 7.
Yeah.
Like-
I was just telling you that this failed check and the last failed check do get you luck points. That's rough.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up to
Wow.
3. Look.
Yeah. Okay, so you rush in, and what you are finding is these guys have they seem to have trodden on everything. The ground is the scene is imperfect, and so it's taking you a minute to redirect. I'm sorry. Good thing. Do go ahead and reduce your D6 down to a 4 because you did draw the guards away. So that is a successful effort.
I was
on
the
your part.
D8.
Oh, you were the
Right?
yes. Take that down to it. Yes, you were. I'm sorry. Yes, take that down to a 6. Yes.
Okay.
That is correct. So it's unclear. You have used one of the 2 checks you have time for before they start to come back. So you can make another one.
Anybody have any input if I do the physical or the digital side? It feels like a failure, but
I'd
Try a different
My-
physical die.
my digital betrayed me.
okay. 18.
Let's
18
go.
investigation.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All
There you
right.
go.
Good
we
call,
can
Mia.
still
Thank
do
you.
this, y'all.
All right. You can take the D8 down to a 5. So you see several things. One, where the fiend was that you all destroyed, there's still bits of there are bits of the armor that the fiend was wearing, and there's still sort of ash. There's like an ash soot smear across the cobblestones that's still there. But as you are starting to turn back, you do notice that lying right near it, there's a sort of battered leather, what looks like a beaten up leather journal.
I grab it.
Great. So you grab the journal.
And then
Anything else?
Can I sprint?
Yeah, you can absolutely.
Tell me if I'm wrong here. What I pictured is I was like the mage was up on the balcony.
The mage was like standing
And-
in the gate, in the arch of the gate.
Okay. Okay. And so where am I in compared to that location?
So, the little crossroads plaza where you fought the fiend is just outside the gatehouse, and so when you were hiding behind the gate when it opened, you were right by where the mage was.
Okay. I would like essentially to run through. So I don't want to go back to where I was hiding. I would like to run to the other side.
Okay.
So that I am still hiding from the guards, but out of where they're directly protecting, but also I can look to get a different perspective of the crime scene.
Okay. Yeah. So you dart across into another hiding point, just as The guard who ran off to get help comes back with that patrol from the Silver Shields, and they come in and start and rush over towards the strange entanglement, which only goes on for like a minute, right?
Oh, great question. I should have grabbed the armor too. Dang it.
You don't want to give me a luck point?
I do want to give you a luck point.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 minute.
Okay. So, and just as they're coming around the corner, it all sort of withers away and disappears. So these guards are sitting here staring at an empty patch of ground in an alley when the Silver Shields run up. And so you hear the beginnings of "it was right here" conversation that begins to go on. Trifton.
Unmuted.
That's an ideal situation for you.
Is it?
I mean, given the format, yes.
All right, fair.
So you land inside the chapel after having slipped through the window, and your finely honed senses give you just enough time to duck as essentially a cudgel swings through the air, and you are being accosted, essentially, by what appears to be a middle-aged half-elf, wearing gray robes with a blue hood and a white sort of trim around the edges of the robe. He has brown hair that's going gray, and very olive complexion skin. And has it basically looks like just a stick he grabbed and is swinging at the intruder who just snuck into the chapel while the city's on lockdown.
I am curious if I can do something which I cannot find in this moment. Oh, shoot. I was thinking about the flow point strike, about... I imagined it as using the person's movement against them,
Sure.
but it does look like it is saying when you hit a creature with one of the attacks granted by your flurry of blows techniques. So I have not done that.
But what is it you want to do? What is it you want to make happen in the fiction?
There are actually... The first thing I thought of was not mechanical. This mechanical thing would have been the idea of disarming them.
Sure.
If I do not have the ability to do that, disarming.
Yeah, you can absolutely make a check to try and just snatch this out of... Yeah, it's just give me an athletics check to
All right.
Disarm this priest.
Athletics, that is a +4. Here we go, die. No. No, that's a 2. No.
Okay, well, what's your total?
6.
Okay, his total... He has no modifier at all for this. His total is a 1.
Seriously?
Yes, he rolled a natural 1 on his athletics check. Yes. So, yeah, he swings this and you don't duck, you just catch. Just put up a hand and catch the stick that he swings towards your head.
All right. So Trifton catches it and says, well, that answers that. I need information.
Who are you?
No.
What are you doing here?
Sorry, I need your help is actually a better thing because I'm not looking for information, but trying to think. how Trifton wants to respond to this. Trifton looks directly at him and said, "Oh no, I'm asking the questions." And oh gosh, I'm so.
What is this, a robbery?
No. Although I find that question interesting coming from someone with your past.
His eyes narrow. He says, I think I'd remember you.
Oh, you definitely would. But to speed this all up, I'm with the Queen's Blades. No, I can't do that because I'm not supposed to be speaking on behalf. No. Retcon! I take it back.
That's out there. We live
no, it
in this
isn't.
world.
No. All right. Am I allowed to take that back? I didn't take my finger off of the chess piece. You can tell me.
I mean, I think you said it.
Booger. All right. So I'm gonna say Trifton does exactly what I did and go, I'm with the Queen's Blades, formerly with the Queen's Blades.
All right. I'm formerly with the 2nd Infantry Division. And some other things.
I don't know that any of this is important. I need access to the docks.
Oh.
This is so wrong.
I see. And what exactly makes you think I would risk my neck to, I don't know, help you sneak out?
I feel like the weapon I'm holding might be a good answer to that. Feel like your neck might be in a little bit more trouble.
All right, give me an intimidation check.
God, what is happening tonight?
For which I will give you advantage because you just so effortlessly disarmed him.
Okay. Okay, that's great because I just want you all to know my modifier is -1 for intimidation. Here we go.
Great.
All right.
Cool.
First of 2. That is a 16. And we're breathing. Okay. Also a 16.
Okay.
So 15.
'Twas fated so.
Yes.
Okay, a 15 is exactly the DC
Wow.
that was set for this.
Wow.
So well done. He looks, up at you, and then at the stick that he used to have in your hand, and you can see there's some calculations of what you could probably do with it. Right. Okay. First of all, you can reduce your die by 1 number. I think down to a 4.
One. That's delightful.
Down to a 4.
Oh, no, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's
I'm
good.
sorry. I was thinking of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, not the time. Yeah. Your progress die. I should have had you guys counting up and the time die counting down, and then you would have would have been clear which was good and which was bad. But it's too late. Here we
Right,
are.
but I'm sure it's not an issue for the other two. It's just me.
I
We
just
know where we
realized
are right
right. So, okay then. I might know a drainage tunnel that people looking to bypass customs sometimes use to move goods in and out without paying exorbitant fees.
There you go. Your past is helping you out here. Good job.
I can't swear that no one's found it. I haven't been in that line of work for several years. But I can show you.
And you are aware of the situation you're in. If you try to mess with me, it is not going to go well for you.
I have developed an impression that I am not going to overpower you in a physical contest.
There you go. Well done. Well spotted.
Right. Okay then. Well, there's a there's a sewer entrance out back. And he heads towards the back door.
And I'm going to say Trifton follows still with his weapon in their hand. His
Okay.
quote weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he opens the back door, glances around, and then moves slowly out into the back space. There's a little yard back here with a storage shed and a few things, and it's got a low fence around it. And he walks over to one end of it and leans down and hauls up on a cover and reveals a stairway leading down, which seems odd.
Mm-hmm. I'm immediately thinking of Elder Scrolls and the Thieves Guilds. Does not matter. I would like... Oh, I'm not any good at this. I would like to scope the place out. Is that investigation? Like, just take a look down?
I would say it's probably perception.
Perception. Oh, happily. Yes, that's a +2 rather than the +0. Let's do it. 18.
18. You notice that there is something scratched into the underside of the stone cover that he's lifted, and it looks like, so you've seen the symbol of the silver flame, which in Thrain is an arrowhead wreathed in fire, and this looks like that, except instead of the arrowhead, there's a teardrop shape in the flame instead. So you see that on the underside of the cover.
Okay. So I'm going to say Trifton looks at it. This is Trifton now. Before I head down there, it's an interesting symbol. You want to tell me about it?
He looks at it, and it's quite small, so he seems a little surprised that you've noticed. He gives it a look and sort of leans down and looks at it. Oh, I don't know what this one means, but smugglers have a tendency to leave marks like that on entrances to or exits from the underground that are out of the way. I don't recognize this one. It must be newer, but someone must have marked this one as not coming up in the middle of a barracks or right outside a church, right outside a busy cathedral or something.
Newer, huh?
Well, like I said, it's been several years since I was in that game.
I would like to do an insight, if I may.
Oh,
You may.
Okay. 15 plus 2, 17.
That was less than forthright.
Okay. You know what? Trifton says, I don't know that I fully believe you.
Well, I can lead you to an access to the drainage tunnel, or we can stay here. I suppose you could beat me to death with a stick.
I could. I will save that for later, after you. Gestures down into the tunnel.
All right. He turns and steps carefully down the steps into the quite large catacomb-like tunnels that run under Flamekeep.
Is there any light down there?
Nope.
That feels like I should have checked that out before I went down. You don't happen to have any light on you, do you?
He turns around, looks at you, and there's the lantern outside the door. And he points towards it's not currently lit. It's not lit yet, but there is a simple lantern hanging on a hook outside the back door of the church.
All right. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. It being how far away is it?
Maybe 15 feet from you. So not far. This is not a big
Okay.
lawn.
All right, I feel like I've committed and I'm going to be dumb. I'm going to continue to be dumb. I'll look back at him not wanting to take the time and risk of either me going up or him going up or both of us going up. And Trifton looks back and goes, you know what? I bet you know your way through here. Lead the way.
All right. And he leads you down into the tunnel. Do you close the hatch behind you? Do you pull the cover back over?
Gosh. Yes. Oh,
Okay.
Gosh.
So as the cover thuds into place, you are in darkness and begin following by the sound of his footsteps. You can move your die down a number.
To 3.
And we cut back to Taliesin.
Everything's gone so well over here.
Okay, so that approach did not work. The guards, after I duck and hide, return to their post? Do they change? Do they intensify?
Give me a perception check.
13.
13. You are having a hard time getting a vantage point to tell their positions now, without exposing yourself.
Okay.
So you can tell that there are still 2 guards on the entryway, but you're having a hard time getting a good view inside the courtyard at this point.
Sure. How high is the wall?
The wall it's probably only about 10 feet. It's not a high wall.
All right.
It's really it's more a privacy wall than a defensive structure.
I would like to get the best that I can tell. Is this an all open courtyard? Is there trees around? It's all open grass?
Yeah, there's trees. There would be trees. Yeah.
Whatever tree comes closest to the wall, I would like to get a running start at a barrel, give myself a nice flared kick up, and get on top of the wall. As much coverage around the shrubbery as I can from the tree.
Cool. Give me an athletics check to end up in the tree.
Oh, I'm on the wall. I'm on the wall
okay.
near the tree.
Near the tree. Very well.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you take a running start and easily haul yourself up to perch on the wall, basically almost among the branches of the tree.
I'm assuming I'm going to perception again here because I would like to see entrances to the house other than the front door and my hindrances to them.
Okay. Also, remember you got a luck point for failing the perception check a minute ago.
Good. And that's a 15 on my perception
15.
there.
All right, 15 passes. You can tell that there are, I mean, this is a nice house, so there are several doors and lots of windows. However, you can tell that many of the guards seem to have taken your advice and moved inside. You can see that André is inside through a window. There's a bandage around his leg, which is really spoiling the line of the outfit pretty substantially. Like he had a really solid, cool villain look going, and now the pant leg on one side has been pulled up, and you can see a bandage wound around his calf muscle where the arrow or the crossbow bolt punched through.
You hate to see it.
Yeah. So you can see that some of the guards have gone inside, and so has he. You can also move your die down to a 5, I believe.
I would. How many stories is this house?
This is a big house. Well, I would say, let's say 3. There's 3 stories to this house. André is on the ground floor, in what looks like a parlor of some kind.
Do I have enough room around me to be able to do some vantage scouring in the courtyard? Or do I have a clear path to, never mind. I'm going to trade you my luck here, maybe, and I don't know what the path to it looks like, but I'd like to say that I see some lattice work and some nice vines growing off the side in between balconies, and I would like to be able to see that as a way to the roof.
Okay.
I don't know what's in my way there, but I would like to offer you a luck point for that.
No, absolutely. The wall runs real close to the side wall of the building, and yes, there is a very carefully cultivated vine creeper running up the side of the house on lattice work. It's super climbable.
as Taliesin is climbing, I would like him to think and notice, was Andri wearing his hat still? Or did he take it off?
He was
inside?
not. He had taken the hat off inside. Gentleman.
Yeah, for sure. From the roof, I would like to work my way around and try to find the balcony. I'm of the assumption that in a large 3-story house, the master bedroom will be up at the top. I'm seeing probably spiral staircase down into a foyer. So I would like to find that balcony, if possible. Okay. Work my way around there.
Yeah, you work your way around to the back side of the house, looking out over the back garden. There is a balcony, and there's basically a pair of double, French doors, Franish doors that open onto the balcony.
Yep, as you do.
Well, just below you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we're talking about from the roof to that. We're probably looking at 8 to 12 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, very doable.
My stage left, I would like to drop down onto the railing around for the softest possible landing to be able to look into the master.
Give me a stealth check as you creep down onto the balcony.
That's a 7.
That's a 7. Okay. So you land and slip slightly and kind of crash and roll into the room.
Sure.
And just as Sorella Valen has closed the door, looking flustered and annoyed, and then sees you roll through her door and turns and just shrieks in a startled alarm.
Oh, darling, I wish I didn't have this effect so frequently.
Let's take the D10 down to a 5. And yeah, go.
I fully understand, and this is while laying fully out on his back, propped up to shoulders. I understand exactly what this must look like, but I desperately need for you to give me the opportunity to explain, but dismiss them first. I am with the Queen's blades.
They are not going to leave or let me leave.
I don't mean from the palace, love. I do mean from your door, as I'm certain they're to arrive.
And you hear footsteps come running up the stairs. Give me a persuasion check.
21.
Very good. You can reduce your die. You can reduce your die to a 4. You have her confidence, and she says, "Be not visible. Get out of here."
Is there a wardrobe? Does she have like a large I'm ducking into that as I pulling the doors shut. I would like to see how she dresses. while when in Rome.
Very, very fashion forward. Very, very fashion forward. You hear at the door, "Mistress Valen, you seem... Please, what has so distressed you?" I saw a spider. A very large spider. She says with the voice of someone who does not lie very often or well. And you hear Andri responding, "Spider, very well. You should... I wear excellent boots. You should let me see to that problem." It's gone. It's scampered away out the window. And there's a shuffle as Andri and a couple of his men push in and begin scouring the room. And he walks around a couple of times. There's a moment where he's standing just like with his back to the wardrobe, looking through the room, and then walks over and says, "You can't be too careful." And he suddenly leans down and just sweeps his rapier under the bed, and then lifts the bed skirt and looks and well, please don't be long. We have important matters to discuss. And he walks out of the room, managing to walk with great menace and grace in spite of his injured leg. She closes the door and throws open the wardrobe.
A spider. No, I'm not judging. You are an honest woman, and I can clearly tell that from the interaction. Cannot imagine how life is, but it's fascinating to me that. I do so truly apologize for the interruption. My name is Taliesin. As I have said, I am with the Queen's Blades. Milady is desperate for, firstly, the information of your security and safety. We have ourselves been detained by those who are ensuring your protection. Past that, yes, ma'am.
I think I am safe. They seem... my family and hers go back, and they know that. I don't know what has aroused his suspicions. Well, I presume you did.
Yes, it's not my most delicate of nights.
They are very... Closen is attempting to convene the Council of Cardinals by the end of the day tomorrow. I don't know all that he means to do, but the only matter on the agenda, as I understand it, is a response to this Ondarian attempt on the life of the Keeper.
And
Yes.
that is certainly known.
That is what Closen puts about. I have family in Onder, and if this was the work of Onder's special services, it was remarkably ham-fisted.
Oh, my lady, if this was the work of anyone's secret forces, it was incredibly inept.
I do not know. I can say with confidence that something more is happening. I don't know what the angle is, and I don't know who is behind it. But Closen intends to use it to secure emergency powers for himself.
Insight?
Sure.
16. Specifically on the I don't know who's behind. I really want to know if she's got any sympathy for Crozen here.
You certainly don't detect any sympathy in the way that she's talking about Crozen, and you do feel confident of the truthfulness of her answers. or at least the sincerity, I suppose, of her answers. There was the man downstairs.
André. André.
Yes, he was speaking with... He is one of the Cardinal's creatures. And...
Creatures?
Seemed to be speaking urgently. He was speaking urgently with Sir Garrick of the Silver Shields. Shortly before you arrived.
I'm so sorry. Before I arrived at your balcony? Or
yes.
Before the disruption outside? Okay. All right.
I overheard something about there still being some loose end. I don't know what he meant, but
André
some
or Sir Garrick?
Sir Garrick. I don't know what he meant, but something unfinished about what happened.
That is far more distressing than what I had even anticipated to hear over here. Did you happen to hear anything of where Sir Garrick was heading to from here?
He was going to report to the Cardinal at the cathedral.
Lady Sorella, do you have your own guards here?
No, none of my... It was a holiday. I assumed the cathedral grounds would be safe and dismissed my men to their families for the day. And with the lockdown, none of them have been able to return.
I don't know your relationship with the Cardinal, how he may interpret your pliability to the will of the Council. I would suggest you ask leave for your men to return. You need protection beyond what is currently here. You are not the one being protected, and you have the loyalty of my lady, and therefore the concern of myself and my fellow blades. If you can send one of your maids to get word, it is worth the risk for your men to attempt to come back. If you're given the opportunity to bend an ear, if I may be so bold as to ask you to present the option for the Blood Regent to be under protection here in your residence as opposed to held prisoner at the barracks, we have arrangements we're working on to deepen her security, and as one with her trust, I can assure that would extend to you as well.
That is very kind. I will see if I can get word to my people.
You have given me very useful information.
Perhaps once satisfied that you're not skulking about, some of my unwelcome guests will depart.
I recognize you are using a parlance for the time, but my lady, skulking is never something I will be seen to be doing. I thank you for your trust in myself and in my lady, as well as the information you've given me. Can I be of any assurance or help to you this evening? Would you like her to know anything personal aside from this information for the good of the land?
Tell her to look closely at Sir Garrick. Something has never quite sat right with me since he arrived in the Cardinal's service. And I have heard some disturbing things about some of his extended family. I would worry about her safety around him.
I will assure that message gets to her.
Thank you.
Aside.
Then there's a thumping on the door, and you hear Andre's voice. Mistress Valen, I really must insist I have many matters to deal with this evening, and our little interview is much delaying me.
As he starts to speak, so not in the room any longer, by the end of that little interruption, Taliesin would swoop down, grab her hand, kiss, and say, "Stay safe," and run to the balcony to try to kick and turn back up onto the roof.
Give me an athletics check. I feel like your character needs a panache skill.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna fall off the balcony. I'm gonna fall off. Oh my god! It was so cool for a second. That's a 6.
It was cool.
It would have been.
It still is.
Yeah.
It still is. I'm not in favor of the you fall and look like a fool. It's you can't resist the way you look in this moment. So it's like up onto the balcony, you grab onto the roof to swing yourself up, and there's just the sort of the irresistible urge to give a slight pause and a little flourish to
No skulking here, love.
to the lady. And it is right then that the door is pushed open, and Andre looks
on a vine.
And Andre looks straight into your eyes
Amazing.
as you swing out of sight, and he goes, "Gods!" and draws sword, and that's where we'll stop.
Oh, God, it's so good.
That's a fail, right? I get my luck back because that's a full fail.
You do get your luck. That's a full fail. Yes, we will also need to take the D10 down to a 4. Okay. Awesome. Well, that is where we're going to leave it for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can do so in comments down below, as well as in links to our Discord and to all the other wonderful things created by these amazing people. While you're down there, hit any buttons you might be inclined to. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.
There is not a corner in my apartment or a door frame that is safe from me.